How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Davinci Resolve editing tutorial. Today I'm going to show you guys the best timeline settings and also a couple of things you can do to make your render run a bit quicker, because sometimes if you have a lot going on, it runs a bit slowly and it slows down, and it's really annoying because you can't edit when it doesn't run properly, obviously. I'm going to show you a few things you can do to make it run a bit more smooth. But quickly, the best timeline settings, in my opinion, is first of all, to get to that, in the bottom right, there's a little settings tab. Just click on it. And the best settings, in my opinion, and well, generally, you know, for a YouTube video, these are the best settings. You're going to want 60 FPS. Sometimes you do like 24 if you're doing like more cinematic stuff or like animated stuff. But if you're doing just a standard video, especially if it's gameplay, 60 FPS is the best and the most standard. And for resolution, just 1920 by 1080. It doesn't have to be some super high quality thing, as it would take very long to export. And at this point, this is the standard quality. 720p is pretty low res nowadays, so you want to do 1920 by 1080 minimum. You can do the one above it if you like, but generally, this is the perfect amount. But yes, two things you can do to make your video, to make your preview, like this screen, to make it run quicker so you can actually edit properly, is, well, obviously, there's not a single issue with this one, just because it's not a very complex edit. But for the actual complex edits, that when it starts lagging, what you can actually do is just go to the playback tab, and there's two things I recommend. Number one, this would solve your issue probably instantly. But if it doesn't, there's another thing. So what you're going to want to do is go to timeline proxy mode, and by default it's off, and you're going to want to select quarter resolution. Now if you noticed, you probably did notice, it made this a lot more low res. And it's just for the timeline. When you actually export the video, when it's done, it will be in the proper resolution, but it just lowers this quality so it runs quicker and it's less complicated to preview. If that doesn't work and it's still lagging, there's a second thing you can do, which almost always fixes it. If it doesn't fix it, then you need to get a new PC. But same tab, go back to the playback tab, and you go down to render cache and click smart. Now what this does is it will basically take your clip that you have and, like, you know, make cache of it. So it basically knows what it's playing before it even plays it. The only issue with it is after you make an edit, it will have to figure out what you did, and it'll have to take that into account and adjust it. So if you're doing a very long scale project, it can make it a bit, you know, it can make it take longer. But at least you can do it, you know, at least you can actually edit this way. Anyways, that is basically all I have for timeline settings. If this helped you out, let me know in the comments down below. If there's anything you think I should include in another video, please let me know. I'm still learning Davinci myself, so if there's any of you, probably a lot of you, know better than me. So if you do, let me know in the comments, and I'll, you know, pin it if it's really good. But yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out.